Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Jaking Off Show. Here we are, episode 100 of the Jaking Off Show. How exciting! I didn't expect it to be like this, but here we are. I am reporting to you from the inside of my car where I now currently live. All right, there are some advantages to living in your car. Let's say you take a woman out for a date and you go to a restaurant and it's nice, everything goes well. You get back in the car and she's like, oh, can we go to your place? Well, guess what? You're already here. Isn't that wonderful? You're sitting in the foyer. Glove box, got plenty of snacks in there. Oh, you need to go to the bathroom? Wherever you want. Oh, you need to take a bath? Well, what we can do is hit up the YMCA where I have a storage unit of a locker of some clothes and you have access to a shower. Welcome to the fucking life, guys. Welcome to the fucking life. I've been lucky enough to have a place to edit my content and look over my material for my comedy and do all that sort of thing. I can have access to the internet due to the kindness from a very nice Orthodox Jewish family that is allowing me to park in front of their house, and they've given me their Wi-Fi password where I can do my work. Everything I own is in a storage unit. I got my old job back, and so I can pay for the storage unit, but now we've got another problem here. I am currently hunting for an apartment, and everywhere I go, they want 3 months of pay stubs. I just got here. I just fucking got here. Pay stubs from a job in another state isn't good enough. Money from unemployment isn't good enough. And I've been tricked. It's like Cutco all over again. I've been tricked. See, what happened was I had a lead on a place that seemed too good to be true, which it was. Due to the coronavirus pandulce, the last time I was looking for an apartment, which was in Oklahoma City, I was looking for a place. Let's turn down the window a little bit. It's kind of hot in here. Hang on. Crack this bitch a little. Getting some of that dry heat, you know? Anyway, I was looking for an apartment. When I was looking for an apartment in Oklahoma City, the only thing we could do is get a virtual tour. It's 1,000 miles away. It's a global pandulce. I get it. It's the only way. I get it. We do that, we handle that. And so now we're in the same situation where I'm looking for an apartment in LA, and they're scared out here. They're scared out here. There's people driving in their cars by themselves with a mask on. Morons. There's people walking around by themselves with a mask on. Morons. But you know, it's not like they're scared stupid. That's what's happening. These people are scared stupid out of their fucking wits, and people are like, it's really gonna fuck up the mental and emotional development for kids. But that's not why we're here to talk about that. You see, I was given a virtual tour of a nice place where I was required to put in a holding deposit for the security deposit and the first month's rent. That seems normal. Well, what I didn't put together was that I asked the guy if we could meet up to look at the place. He goes, no, we can't do that due to the pandulce. All right, I understand that. I pay my deposit, and within an hour of paying the deposit, I get an email that says, due to unforeseen circumstances, We are unable to hold the place for you today because the accountant saw a client that was paying a bigger offer 6 months up front. If you want to keep the place, pay 2 months more rent, and we'll go from there. Now that seems suspicious. I'm still in contact with this person, and I've been doing some detective work, and I've come to the realization that I've been scammed out of $2,430. Okay, made a claim with the bank, might get my money back within a couple of weeks, might not, who knows? Who cares? It's just money, and I'm able to get on stage at night and go to the Ha-Ha every chance I get, and go to the Chateau every chance I get, and go to these other places. And we're out in the trenches here. We're out in the trenches. We're here and we're doing it and we're bleeding for this low art form that nobody respects, that nobody sees the struggle, nobody sees the suffering, nobody wants to suffer. I understand that, but this is how you gotta do it. You must suffer. It's not great. It's not great at all, but I made it. I made it out here, and these are the things that we have to go through in order to move forward in life. I'm trying to see the positive out of this here. The more worse things get, the better material I can come up with. And we opened with the living in the car bit. We're gonna see how that works. I know I look like a guy that sells drugs out of a van that he lives in, and I'm very sorry to disappoint you. I don't have any drugs. So I get scammed out of over $2,000, and it's the Cutco scam all over again. When I graduated high school, I got cornered by some people called Vector Marketing. It was one of those like MLM scams. I was 18, I was dumb, full of graduation money, and they're like, hey, we have a job opening for you. And at the time, it was really hard to find a job because the market crashed and the housing bubble collapsed or whatever. It was really hard to like find work or anything like that. So I got scammed out of like $200 or whatever to sell knives to people, overpriced knives. And I sold like a pair of scissors or some shit, and they took 10%. No, I took 10% out of every sale. That was like a $30 pair of scissors. I got like $8 or some shit. And this is just reminding me of how stupid I am sometimes, and how gullible I can be, and how people take advantage of the pan dulce and say like, and rope you into a fucking scam. We did a whole police report. We did the whole thing, and I'm probably not going to get my money back. I filed a report. I did it online. I got the guys. I have like the phone number, an email address, and all these other things. I might not get my money back, but that's, you know, we still have an okay amount of apocalypse money. But, you know, these are the mistakes that I'm going to have to live with down the road. And these are the experiences that I'm going to have to pass on and somehow find the humor in it. But I'm like halfway there. I haven't found the humor in it yet. Welcome back to LA, dude. Like, fuck, dude. I did a show on Monday, and I parked in a place where I wasn't supposed to park. I forgot, you know, I forgot because I hadn't lived here for so long. There are corners of the valley where you can only park up to 2 hours, and you can only really park in certain spots overnight if you live on that block. I got a $68 parking ticket. Welcome to Los Angeles. Welcome to the trenches. Got a parking ticket. That sucked. Learned that lesson. Paid that shit off right away. And you know, right now it's anybody's guess. It's anybody's guess. I'm doing another viewing of a place in Reseda on Friday. I'm gonna take a look at that, and I could still put the security deposit down for that. I can get my brother in on this. We can make it work. But man, mistakes were made along the way. I was too cavalier about this. I'm not being careful. I'm not being careful at all. I'm being way too gung-ho about this thing, and I keep forgetting, oh, you have apocalypse money that you're not going to get back. And it's not good. I'm being too white privilege about this. And to the old job, it's a few steps backwards, but I got my old job back, but it might not be enough hours to hold the things that I need to pay for. My cell phone, my car insurance, the storage unit, and some other things. But I got nowhere to go. And I'm just lucky enough to have this very nice Orthodox Jewish family let me park in front of their house and use their internet and stuff like that. But because of the Rona or whatever, my license plate has Oklahoma on it. They don't really know who I am. They want to keep a distance. They don't want to like touch me or be near me or whatever. And it's Sabbath this weekend, so they can't like handle electricity or things like that. They can't open their door or whatever the fuck. They can't do anything. And so they've given me like just a parking space, because there's family members that come over to this person's house and like park in front of their house. They stay over for the weekend because they can't drive for like 2 days or however long the Sabbath is. I don't know. I'm not Jewish. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of this stuff. I'm just a dumb Gentile that got tricked into a scam. I feel so dumb. I can't even fucking fathom how dumb I am. I should have known better. Note to self, don't look on Craigslist for an apartment. Don't not meet someone in person before giving someone the money first. And it was just such a dumb thing because, oh, we're not doing in-person viewings right now. But thing is, I just landed an in-person viewing for another place in Reseda, and that's off of apartments.com, which is actually legit. And because in the past, I've looked at Craigslist for like furniture and stuff like that. There's been, legitimacies through Craigslist, and never again. But this is the stuff. This is the stuff that's gonna, make it or break it. Peaks and valleys. I thought I was doing great, but I got punched in the face with this scam, and I'm dumb. I'm blonde. I'm ginger. I'm highly susceptible to trickery like this. I have the autism, so it's difficult for me to pick up on social cues and things like that. People could just be lying to your face, and I wouldn't even know it, because I'm just easily tricked like that. But we're in the trenches. Look at this. If you're watching on YouTube, this is great. Most of my things are in a storage unit. We got like all my clothes are in a duffel bag of there, shoes, some other stuff, some papers, just my laptop is in the trunk, and I can make do with the bare minimum. And look, if I don't get approved for this place and I need to have like 2 months of payment stubs or whatever, or maybe bank transactions wasn't enough, I don't know. We'll jump off that bridge when we get to it. But this is going to be my life for a little while. This is episode 100 of the Jaking Off Show. This is not what I imagined where we would be at. I thought, oh, what about your mom's place? It's too crowded. I don't have a place to stay. This is it. This is what we're doing right now. And luckily, I'm not in the car like the whole time. I move around. I don't have like groceries or whatever. So I'm just doing, and sometimes they'll the family over here in front of my house, they'll bring like a plate of food, which is really nice of them. And I have access to showers at the Y. I have my stuff in a storage. Like, we're homeless. We're in these trenches and we're homeless. And this is it. This is the shit. What you see, what you just missed is that someone was walking their dog and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm recording a podcast. See the camera, yada yada." And now I gotta go somewhere else for a little bit. There's some Karens in the neighborhood that I gotta figure out. But we're in the trenches. I keep saying that, and I'm trying not to freak out here. But I gotta pull into. I gotta go to work in a couple of hours. I gotta like go to the bathroom and freshen myself up a little bit, and not. I have to like not be homeless. I have to do this thing. Where I have to do this like flex where I'm not homeless, but I am technically. And this might even be this is kind of a more. This is more or less of an episode than an update on what's going on here. But this is what it's gonna be like for a while, and we're gonna figure it out. And we're gonna jump off that bridge when we get to it. That's been the Jaking Off Show. Check out the sponsors. Support me on Patreon if you want to help me like eat and stuff. This is bad. This is really bad. Yeah. Welcome back to LA. Okay, thanks. Bye.